Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to define a function, call a function, and how to use while loops. First, to define a function, you're going to use def. So define basically means give it a not criteria, but a job to do. So we can have a function called my function, brackets to make it a function, and let's say this has to print hello 3 times. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Now we have created a function and it has meaning, but we can't just write print we can't just write print my function like a variable. We don't have to. You can just write print function with brackets, and you should run it. Hello, hello, hello. You can add even more if you want. There, it should be more. So yeah, so it might get a little confusing. It might start getting confusing because there are these brackets, and sometimes opening brackets can get kind of annoying. But there are things to do with them. So these brackets are usually for inputs, so you can add inputs. Like for example, we can have names and location. What we can call this function is greets. Greet. Great. So what fucking greet is gonna do is it is going to greet us, and it's gonna know our name. So one thing we can do is we can do create an input. So we could do uh not okay, we can use go, just a random word, equals input is your name. Back equals input is your location. Now we can do this, or we can just store the names inside of a variable, or we can ask them to be more accurate. So this is basically what it's going to do. It is going to say, it's going to print a string, and it's going to say hello, go, how is it in back. Now these are positions, and these go, so okay, so look, we can run this now by not printing it. We can just write greet, the brackets, and it should say what is your name, uh, John, New Jersey. Okay, this didn't work. The reason is there's something here that corresponds to this. So if we have names, go here, and location, go here. You could just change this and this. John, New Jersey. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad. I know the problem. So we have to also write this. Should work now. And there you go. So this is just what you do inside these. So yeah. Now we talked about the defining and calling function. Now I'm going to be talking to you about the while loop. So we can have a while. In the while, if you have done Scratch before, there's like the forever loop where you can forever print something, do something in a while. You can make this bug sort of for a while. 5 is greater than 0. print subscribe. I'm just gonna write subscribe and look for it. There you go. And we can also what does the while loop do? Well, it checks if a condition is true, and if it is true, then it does something. If it's false, then it ends it at a certain point. That makes sense. So we can make a counter with this. So counter is going to be assigned to a number 0, and we can do while counter is less than 3. Print loop. Okay. Counter equals counter plus 1. Alright. Else print end of loop. So you can see there is loop loop loop. So the counter adds +1 +1 +1. Then the computer realizes that the counter is at 3. It changed to 3. And then it's going to print out in the loop. We can also show that in 3 we can print counter. So bum bum bum. So it goes 1 2 3. There. So yes. Basically how you use a while loop, and this is how you define and call functions. Thank you for watching.